Peace and blessings, family. I want to invite you to join in on my personal yoga practice. You're more than welcome to join in and follow along if you would like to. And keep in mind that since this is my personal yoga practice, it will not be as slowed down as a regular walkthrough of a yoga class that I would do. However, I will be breaking down some of the things that I do within my practice. So here you see me taking a couple of back bends, opening the heart, the chest. As we inhale, we sweep the arms up and over our head. And as we exhale, we cactus the arms, coming into a gentle back bend, opening the heart, stretching the back. And as we inhale, we'll sweep our hands up and over our head and take a forward fold. In this forward fold, feel free to come up for a halfway lift or just kind of hang out here shaking everything out. And on your next breath, go ahead and step your left foot back, coming into a runner's lunge. Feel free to take some movement here. As you can see, I'm taking some circulations, just stretching out my hips. And on my next breath, I sweep my arms up and over my head, coming into a full high lunge. Arms swept overhead, shoulders relaxed. And on my next breath, I'll inhale and exhale to plant the palms, coming into a vinyasa, lowering down to a half plank and then coming up for an up dog. And then coming into down dog, as you see here, which down dog is more of a inverted V shape. And then kind of pedal it out, stretching out the calves, taking some neck circles, rocking the head yes and no. And on my next inhale, I'll gaze forward, come to the tiptoes, bend the knees, and walk or tiptoe to that forward fold. In this forward fold, we'll inhale for a halfway lift, and I exhale to forward fold. And on my next inhale, I'll sweep my arms up and over my head, coming into that gentle back bend, cactusing the arms or goalposts as some call it. And as I inhale, I'll reach up high, stretching tall, and then come into that forward fold. After that forward fold, I come into a halfway lift, and then come back to that forward fold. You can take this multiple times if you would like to. Yogi's choice. And then on my next breath, I step my right foot back, coming into a runner's lunge. Again, taking movements, hip circles. I'm just doing what feels good here, y'all. And on my next inhale, I'll come back to that high lunge, arms reaching high. I lose my balance a little bit, but that is okay. I rest here, hips are squared. I'm focusing on my breath here. I'm coming into a relaxed state, or I'm practicing in a relaxed state, right? And then when I'm ready, I plant my hands into the earth and step back into a high plank, and then I kind of waterfall and roll my spine back into that high plank, coming into an upward facing dog after my low plank, and then I go right back into my downward facing dog. Now, y'all, please know that, again, this is my personal practice, and if it's hard to follow along, just let me know. I am happy to do an actual guided class. No worries here. When you're ready to come out of your down dog, or if maybe you find yourself on your knees, just go ahead and meet me in a forward fold at the top of my mat, and then just roll up slowly. I use this time here, as you can see, to reset. And once you're ready, I inhale and I sweep my arms up high, coming into a gentle back bend. Inhaling, reaching the arms up high, and I bring my palms to heart center. Just pressing the palms together, breathing, taking a few breaths. And in this time, y'all, I'm just giving some gratitude. By this time in the practice, my heart rate is really, really high. I believe I even broke a sweat here. And so I'm just resetting the mind, the body. And most importantly, I'm finding my breath and finding my center again. And then I inhale, sweeping the arms up high. Exhaling, coming into a gentle back bend. And as I inhale, I reach my arms up high. And I come into a forward fold. I inhale, rolling up really, really slow. And I inhale, reaching the arms up high. Deep breath is taken here. I'm stepping my feet together. And I'm coming into a side body bend. I'm inhaling and reaching my fingertips to the sky. Then I'm exhaling, taking a side body stretch to the right and then again to the left. In this side body stretch, I'm looking over to the opposite arm. My shoulders are relaxed. I'm doing my best to keep my rib cage tucked in, but hey, we're not getting into the technicalities again. Just walking you through what I do. And once I'm finished with that, I take an exhale and I fold forward. And I inhale for a halfway lift, and then I fold forward again, y'all. And then on my next breath, I'm planting my palms into the earth and I'm stepping the left leg back. And I'm planting my left knee on the mat here. And once I inhale, I reach my arms up and over my head. Now we can hang out here. You don't have to do this next thing that you see me do. Again, this is my personal practice. And so I'm doing what feels good. So in this moment, I open my arms out long, creating a T, and I cross my arms in front. The right is under the left, and I'm coming into what is called eagle bound arms. If this is uncomfortable, if this is too much, you can do that cactus arm thing that I do for my back bend. In this moment, I was doing what felt right. And in this moment, you see me coming into a pyramid pose. So in this moment, what I did was I picked my left knee up and off of the mat. And I stepped my left foot a little further in and I came into a pyramid pose. Once I come out of it, I step the left to meet the right and I meet in a forward fold again. This time I'll break this down a little bit more. As I inhale, I come into a standing position, rolling up slowly, and I inhale, reaching the arms up high. And I exhale and fold forward. I inhale for a halfway lift, shoulders are back. And I exhale to fold forward, and this time I plant my hands into the mat and step the right foot back, coming into a runner's lunge. And once I've come out of that runner's lunge, I plant my right knee on the mat and I sweep the arms up and over the head. Shoulders are relaxed, rib cage is stitched in, tailbone is tucked, right? And on my next breath, I inhale, opening the arms out wide, coming into a T here, as you'll see in a couple of seconds, Inhale, bringing the arms out long. This time I cross the arms in front of me. This time the left is underneath the right arm. I'm relaxing the shoulders, and my elbows are actually a little dropped to really relax the shoulders. This is getting into some of the neck and shoulder tension. And on my next inhale, I lift the heart. My tailbone is tucked, and I'm coming into a gentle back bend. Once I come out, I come back, stacking the head over heart, and I inhale to sweep the arms up and over my head. And on my next exhale, I plant the palms into the mat. I lift my right knee up and off of the earth. So I tuck my toes and I lift my hips, straightening both legs. Please notice that I step my right foot in just a little bit. And I'm drawing the right hip back. The left hip back, the right hip forward. And on my next breath, I inhale, stepping the right to meet the left. I tuck chin to chest and I roll up very slowly. You see here, I'm shaking it out a little bit. Inhale, reaching the arms up and over the head. And as I exhale, I bring my palms to heart center. I'm taking a couple of breaths here. And then I bring my palms out by the side and I'm just grounding down into the earth. Sometimes I find I do this when maybe my mind is starting to race. Maybe my heart rate is up. Or maybe I just want a break from doing a little bit of movement, which is okay. A little stillness definitely goes a long way. And here we're just going to come into a seated position. So what you'll find as I'm kind of cleaning off some things and doing what I do, what you'll find is that in my personal yoga practice, I always end with meditation, unless maybe the practice is more dedicated towards more workout. But when I'm just doing yoga and just really wanting to move and stretch and show some love to my internal organs and to my spirit and to my mind, I almost always end in meditation. Meditation is extremely important to me, as this is where I give time to pray. This is where I give time to sit with some of the worries, the concerns that I have. Or maybe I've had a really rough week, a long day, something of the sort, and I'm doing this in service to really finding my center. Please know that this part is optional because, again, this is not a guided yoga practice. This is me walking you through my personal practice. What you'll find is in my guided yoga classes, whether on YouTube, here on Patreon, or even my in-person yoga classes, I genuinely do take the time out to walk you through the alignment, to walk you through how to set these poses up. Here in this moment, I'm just giving you a bird's eye view into my personal practice. Now again, because I walked you through what I did, you're more than welcome to try this at any point in time. And if you really enjoy this, please let me know that you would like more. I think it's only fair that I bring you into my world just a little bit. If you enjoyed this, please let me know. If you would like this same practice but broken down into a guided yoga practice style, let me know. I pray this finds you well, and I hope you enjoy. Peace and blessings, family.